Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 6th of December, 2025. Looking at the synoptic picture to begin with, midnight last night, you can see this low out to the west of sort of Ireland and northern Scotland there, bringing with it a lot of quite unsettled, unpleasant weather with these occlusions here around the middle, passing through the UK overnight, which is a large part of what led to all that rain that we had overnight. Isobars very close together, so quite a strong southwesterly flow. And by midday today, that low has more or less stayed in that position. The occlusion has moved clear of the mainland to the north, but we do now have a series of passing troughs throughout the day. Looking forward to the next few days, more frontal activity on Sunday and into Monday as well, but hopefully an opportunity to get some reasonable flying. Back to today, looking at the sat pic, not particularly clear, but you can see essentially a lot of cloud to the northeast there and scattered throughout as well as down in the channel. However, in our area, it's sort of is broken. There are some areas of blue sky, which we'll see shortly looking at the webcams. We do so we can look at the rain radar. So a lot of that rain has been moved through, but another big area of messy showers coming from the west. Nothing imminently going to strike us here, but we can expect continual showers throughout today. And looking at the prediction from the Met Office for rain, we can show just that. Going to be quite lightly, really, but by sort of mid to late morning, we should be seeing a few fairly heavy showers, but the bulk seems to be passing to the north of Reading. ODM, their observation this morning, 210 degrees, 16 knots, visibility greater than 10 with few clouds at 2,700 feet and scattered cloud at 3,400 feet. Fairly low pressure there of 993 hectopascals. Farnborough, they have got their TAF out now, so they're predicting 220 degrees, 12 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometers with few clouds at 3,000 feet and a prob 40 between 8 and 12 this afternoon of 4,000 meter vis with heavy showers broken at 900 feet and broken at 1,400 feet with CBs. Also a prob 30 for some of the time window of winds 230 degrees, 16 gusting 26, so fairly high, strong gusty southwesterly winds today. And then a tempo from 12 until 3 of 4,000 meter vis with heavy showers and broken CBs at 1,400 feet as well. So not particularly optimistic outlook from them there, particularly with obviously the CBs forecasts to the east of us, but also showing quite strong winds, particularly gusty winds throughout today. The winds aloft to the south towards the channel, we've got almost directly westerly, 40 and 45 knots, so 45 knots to 2,000 feet. To the north of us, it's slightly more southerly, not very much, 250, 40 knots to 2,000 feet as well. So quite strong wind gradient can be expected today, very strong at height when it comes to flying. We can see that surface wind here on windy as well. Very strong southwest or west southwesterly flow across the airfield there. Met Office predicting those gusts up towards 30 or 31 knots at times around 11 o'clock today, with a mean speed consistently at 15 for almost all of the available flying day. Showing a reasonable chance of showers throughout as well, but as we assume from their prediction, we should hopefully remain relatively clear. The biggest issue for us today is going to be the wind and ground handling. Temperature-wise, it's showing about 10 or 11 degrees even in places, obviously feeling a bit cooler with the gusty winds, a dew point there of 7 degrees. We're holding 8.7 degrees locally at the moment with a dew point of 6.8, so that's more or less in agreement with the GFS. And looking at the south side camera, looking west, you can see a fair bit of blue sky, but a fair bit of low cloud as well. If we look at the camera facing north, you can see some localized low cloud. and quite a bit more to the north. We do seem to have a reasonable amount of blue sky in our area. The cross section here on sky sites, not particularly optimistic. It's showing very low cloud base of below 1,000 feet consistently throughout today, with showers from 11:30 onwards. We're not seeing quite so much cloud at the moment, so we will monitor and see. That's going to be the risk with quite damp air, is that we get a lot of cloud building, and it is fairly cloudy down to the south as well as the north of Lasham itself. Looking at the gusts here on top right here. So in our area down here, the green color is signifying 32 to 34 knots, and that's at 10 o'clock. If we just run that through, we can see it's consistently gusting up in that high band and eventually reducing down to about 28 to 30 around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So that gust factor is going to be one to watch for us today. No TAMs, nothing of significance based on that forecast. So we'll move on now to Glider bookings. So we have one K21 for good flying and one on the casual list. But additionally, we have two 21s and a K13 for the youth group, and that's all day. There's plenty of single seater availability to do anything booked today. And last time I was checking, there was one on the casual list with one instructor. Simulator is, of course, available as normal, and there's nothing to report from 2XL. So in summary, we have low pressure to the west with a series of approaching fronts and troughs nearby. We expect a brisk, gusty southwesterly wind and showers throughout the day, although hopefully they're missing us. Given the rain of the last couple of days, we'll be on runway 27 with cables on the south side boom, and it'll be wet winter operations, so that'll be landing on the runway as well. There's our airfield set up with the launch point vehicle and launch point set forwards a fair way, winching from the south, head aerating from the north. And when it does come to land, if we must stop by the first markers here where we normally park the launch point. So don't try and roll up to the winch to get your next launch. Stop short and retrieve with the buggies as normal. That's all from me this morning. We'll see you out there very shortly. So hopefully have a good day and keep it safe. Thank you very much.